Good morning, students. This is your EVS class 5. We are starting from seeds and seeds. As we have already completed our fourth chapter, that was mangoes round the ear, and we have completed all the question answers which were in the activity book. Few questions were remaining that I have uploaded in the video. So you will get the remaining questions in the video of your activity book. So now we will start this seeds and seeds. So first chapter, first of all I would like to tell you that we are very sorry that due to the problem in the network we are quite late for starting our class. So now let's start our class. Gopal was waiting for his Masi's family to visit them. They will be coming the next day for their holiday. He was thinking about all the fun and nice food that would have with his cousins. Just then his mother called out, "Gopal, before you sleep, remember to soak 2 small bowls of chana." She was going to his Bua's house and would return only in the morning. So Gopal was actually at first he was very happy because he was waiting for his Mausi. Mausi means Mashi or the aunt to visit them, because they all his family, Mausi and their family were coming in their house, and he was very happy because he thought that when his Mausi will come, there will be a variety of the food will be cooked in the home, and they will become he will become able to taste different kinds of food, and it will be a fun time for him as his cousins will also come in the house. That's why he was very happy. But his mother said to soak 2 bowls of chana or the gram in the bowl, and it will soaked the overnight, and the very next day in the morning his mother will come back and then she will cook it. Okay, so Gopal, before you sleep, that's why his mother reminded him to soak the seed in the bowl, and she was going to his Bua's house, and it would return only in the morning, and in the morning she will get the soaked seeds of gram. As he was soaking the chana, Gopal thought, how would 2 small bowls of this be enough for 8 persons? So he soaked another 2 bowls of chana. When his mother returned his next day, she saw the chana were overflowing from the vessel. "How much did you soak?" then asked his mother. How did that happen, wondered Gopal, because he has soaked only small 2 bowls, but it becomes too much, and the chanas were overflowing from the bowl. So his mother understood that the amount of the gram is become increased. Then she asked her, how much did you soak? Asked his mother, how did this happen, wondered Gopal, and Gopal was very amused to see that these chana were too much in quantity. As when he soaked the chana, that time it was not that much, but now it is too much in the quantity. So you soaked too much. Anyway, it is good now. I will cook half of them and leave the other half to sprout. I can spend these to your aunt. The doctor has told her to eat sprouts. Mother said she tied half of the soaked chana in a wet cloth and hung them up to the sprout. So when his mother realized that it is too much quantity of the chana, she said only to soak 2 bowls of the chana, but he has soaked too much, as he thought this much amount of chana will not sufficient for 8 persons. That's why he soaked double chana. That's why when the next day his mother came, and then she saw there is a amount was increased, and there was too much amount of chana which was soaked. And why it was overflowed? Because we know chana is actually, when it is dry, its shape is like this. It is very small in shape. But when we soak it, here is a pile, or you can say here is a hole. Have you seen chana? Have you seen gram? When we see gram, they are very small in shape, and they are dry in nature. As there is a small hole, it soaks the water and it becomes swollen up to form this much size. So they get swelled and they become not becomes small, they become bigger in size. Due to the entering of water, the chola or chana becomes bigger in size. Understood? So it becomes bigger in size. Then his mother said, then don't worry, it will no need of worrying, because you have soaked too much. So half of the chana I will sprout. Do you know what is sprouting? Do you know what is sprouting? Okay, first of all, I will request all of you just mute your microphone and turn off your camera, so it will be easy for you to listen all the things properly. Okay. Now, it is my request, I hope you will listen and mute your speakers, so that everybody will able to listen. Okay. Now, this is the chana which becomes swelled due to the absorption of water. So, as it absorbs the water, it becomes swollen up. And do you know, after getting the water, what will happen? There are few questions. What things are soaked before cooked in your house? So, which things we soaked? Generally, the hard things like rajma, kidney beans, this chicken peas, and this gram, chola, which are very hardcore substances, which are very hard texture substances, generally we soak them. After soaking the water, they become soft, then it is easy to cook those substances and those things. That's why we soak these type of hard substances in the water. Understood? Now the second question, what things do you eat after sprouting? How are sprouted? So as we have in science, we have already came to know how the sprouts come out. So when we are sprouting any of the, suppose we are sprouting, that means this is the gram seed, and there is a small hole in the inside this seed. And when we are soaking within the bowl, that means water getting enter inside. Okay. Due to the entering of water, this become bigger in size. Suppose it is a bigger in size, and then one primule and one radical comes out from this seed. So we know these gram and this kind of kidney beans, chicken peas, and then the chickpeas, these all are the actually form of seeds, and generally we soak these seeds in the water overnight so that it become very soft, and the and sprouts come out, and they become changes into the sprouting. So this is the plumule, and this one is the radical. So these two came out from the seed, and then okay, then this condition of the seed, when the plumule come out and the radical come out, this condition is called sprout. So this condition is called sprout, and in this condition we say the seeds become sprouted, and these seeds become very nutritional. So these So this kind of sprouts are nutritional in value. They are becoming more nutritional, they becoming more protein producing, and they becoming more good to eat. That's why it is needed to the seeds has to be needed to sprout. Okay, so this is the sprouting I have shown you. Now the very next thing what they have, what is the question? Has the doctor or someone you ever told you to sprout, and why? When we are lack in our growth and when we have protein deficiency, that time doctors suggest us to eat the sprouted things, because sprout means more nutritional value, and that sprouted things, when we are eating the sprouts, that means we are getting more nutrition and more protein from the food items. Okay, now there is do this and find out. Do you remember that in class 4 you did an activity with the seeds? So what we have done, we just soak the seed in the presence of the air and water, and that time seeds become sprouted, isn't it? So now we will do the same, and we will take few seeds. Suppose we have taken the gram seed. Okay, this is a gram seed. So at first we have taken the gram seed, then the first of all they have said put 5 chana in the first bowl and fill it with the water. So this is the first bowl. This is the first bowl, we have filled it with the water, isn't it? And the second, they have suggested put a damp piece of cloth or some cotton wool in the second bowl. So it is a wet cotton or wet cotton, and then these are the seeds. So we kept the seeds in the cotton, wet cotton or wet cotton wool. Then the same number of chana, and make sure the cotton wool or the cloth remain wet. So this is the change. Here we have put the water and we fill this bowl with the water along with the 5 number of seeds. Here again we have kept 5 chanas or the 4 chanas, and but this time we did not fill the bowl. We just kept one wet cotton wool or wet cotton cloth, along with it the seeds are there. And the last one is, in the last bowl we have put only some chanas, but third bowl do not put anything else. That means only air is present here. We know from germination of seed is actually sprouting, isn't it? So how the germination takes place? In the presence of air and water. So when the both things, soil is also present, but the sprouting or the germination takes place, it gets started to germinate in the presence of air and water both. Okay, so now what we are doing? We are doing the sprouting. Sprouting means the starting of planting or the starting of the germination. So how it will take place? It will take place only in the presence of air and water. So this is the second bowl. This is the first bowl. This is the second bowl. And this one is the third bowl. Okay, so this is the first bowl, second bowl and third bowl. Now, what will happen? There are given, a chart is given here. So, are the seeds getting air? So, this seed is getting air? It is no. Because in the first condition, the bowl is filled with water. So the first condition you will say there is no air. But here the presence of air is yes. And the third bowl again yes. So this bowl haven't any water, only air is there. So only seed is there, means air is present. So that's why the third bowl is again getting the air. Now the second thing is given, or the second property is given, are the seeds getting water? So the first seed is getting, number 2, yes, it is getting water. And number 2, yes, as the cloth is wet, so this is also getting the water. So number 2 bowl is again getting the water. It is yes. But what about the third bowl? There is only seeds are present, but there is no water. That's why we can say the third bowl there is no presence of water. So it will be no. Now the third condition, what changes did you see? So what conditions we will see? There is no sprout. First bowl we will see no sprout. What about the second bowl? As the air is present, water is present, so the seed is getting the water as well as the air both. So in the second bowl, the seed will sprout. First one is not a sprout, but second one we will see it sprout. We can see the sprouts, and here no sprouts. So first one is no sprouts, or you can say not sprout or no sprouts. Second one sprout, second bowl, and the third bowl we will say no sprout. The last one have the seed sprouted, so we will see there is yes. First one is no, second bowl yes, and third bowl no. So what are the changes we are seeing? Here we will see the change. What will be the change? The seed will, it will remain same. Seed remains same, or you can say seeds remain same. Second one, what we will see? We will see sprouts comes. Sprouts comes out. That means you will see from the seed one plumule and radicle will come out. So the sprouts come out, and the third again seeds remain change. Seeds remain same. So in this experiment we are seeing 3 conditions prevailed. Okay, so what are the conditions? In the first bowl, in the first condition we are seeing seeds are immersed in water, and the second bowl seeds are there in the wet cotton or in a wet cloth. So this kind of seeds are getting water as well as air. In the third bowl we are seeing seeds are there and there is no water. So we are seeing that seeds are there but only air is present but no water. So what the sprouting needs, what are the conditions for the sprouts? The seeds should get air and water both, then they will become a sprout. So in the first condition there will be no sprouting because water is present but air is not present inside the bowl. In the second condition and the second bowl we are seeing air and water both present, so the seeds will sprout. In the third bowl we are seeing only air is present but there is no water, that's why there will be no sprouts. Understood? So there will be no sprout, and the things we have written already. So it is what are the changes? First change, there will be no sprouting. In the second bowl sprouts come out, and in the third bowl there will be no sprouting. Okay, now again questions are framed. In which bowl did the seed sprout? In the second, you can also answer the second bowl seeds will be sprout. Air is mixed with water, but seeds are actually habituated of terrestrial land, so they cannot take the oxygen from the water, because only aquatic plants and aquatic animal can take the dissolved oxygen in the water. Okay, but all sorts of animals and all sorts of who are living in the land, if you immerse in the water, can you take oxygen? Oxygen is dissolved in the water. We cannot take oxygen from the water because we do not have developed that system. Same thing, seeds are actually, when they are soaking in the water, if some place is being given, as it is fully immersed, so that's why air has been gone and it is not possible to get the water from the bowl. Okay, so it will not happen. Okay, only in the presence of the air and water. Sometimes we soak the seeds in the water. You will see they become swollen up, but the sprouts come out when we take out in the air. That time easily the sprouts come out. Okay, it is not possible for the seeds to get the oxygen or to get the oxygen from the water. Now third one is, why did Gopal mother tie the chana in a damp cloth? Gopal's mother tied the chana in the damp cloth so that the water, along with the water, these seeds can get the air also. Understood? And the mixed air, whatever you are saying, it is right. Oxygen is some amount. First of all, oxygen is some amount in the this much water. It is not much oxygen is there. And these terrestrial habituated animals and the plants do not have that capacity to gain that oxygen. So that's why it is not possible. Okay. Now, yes, only the aquatic things can take the air from the water, and the terrestrial things take the air from the atmosphere, not from the water. Now, why did Gopal's mother use the chana in the damp cloth? Just to provide the air or provide oxygen to the seeds. They have given the she has tied the chana in the damp cloth. Now, when you split the whole masoor, you will get me masoor dal. But then you cannot sprout me. Can you think why? This is the seed, and when the seed is become broken into two pieces, that means we are separating. As we know, within the seed there is a inside there is a place, or you can say this is the place from where the primule and radicle comes out. It is from the scar, and when we are breaking down, that means they are being separated out. So the it will become broken down. So now it is not possible to come out. The seed changes into dal. That means they are being seed portion, or from where the radicle and the primule is being sprouted, they come out. That piece has been broken, so it will not able to grow the new plant from the broken seed. Okay, now there is a project. Take a clay pot or a thin can with a wide mouth, make a small hole at the bottom of the can, fill your can with this soil, put 4 and 5 seeds of the same kind in the soil and press them gently. Different groups can plant different kinds of seeds such as mustard, fenugreek seed, methi, sesame, or the coriander. Now you write the name of the seed, the date on which you have planted, the day you observe something coming out from the soil, start filling the table. So it is your homework. You can sow seeds in your pots, and then you will see the changes. Few seeds should be on the surface of the soil, so that you will able to see the changes. What are the changes can be seen on the surface of the seed. Okay, so on the surface of the soil, few changes. That means at first they will swollen up, then the sprouts come out. Up to that you can watch in the soil, and then it will come out. Okay, Acha. Now, next class I will discuss the more questions about your next whatever the experiments are given. We will talk about it in later on. Okay. So that's all for the day. Goodbye. You will do that experiment, or you can sow some seeds in the pot. Okay. So goodbye.